And good afternoon. Welcome into Weldona, Colorado. Weldon Valley High School is our location for this contest this afternoon. Number 1 versus number 1. I'm Ben Bleckett. Glad you've joined us on just about every platform we can come up with for you here today. We're on 104.7 King FM for our radio fans across the Northeast Colorado region, and we're live video on the internet at coloradopreps.tv. This is a big-time small-town media production, and I'm very excited for this matchup. I've had the opportunity to see these two teams compete in almost all of their 15 matches this year in one form or another. The Weldon Valley Warriors 9-0 and ranked number 1 in Class 1A. The Akron Rams 6-0, ranked number 1 in Class 2A. They are the site of our weekend action online on coloradopreps.tv as they'll host their annual Akron Invite this weekend, and that's going to be a fun one because there are two teams out of Class 2A's top 3 in that, and the Otis Bulldogs ranked 6th in Class 1A. But first, a precursor for that 1 versus 1 matchup. Doesn't mean anything on the overall records. I mean, if you lose to the number 1 team in another classification, not going to hurt you in any of those rankings that you wouldn't imagine across the state. But what does matter for this is pride. Some of these Akron girls played with the coaches Spooner in club volleyball this summer. Jerry Spooner and his son Jared, 2 of the coaches for Weldon Valley, so they know each other very well, and Jerry's very excited to see this one in like turn. This Akron Ram team feels they've got something to prove because Weldon Valley is being regarded as a team that may be the best small school team as of this point in the state, given that they beat some 4A competition at the Morgan Classic 2 weekends ago. This team is very talented, and if they bring and fire on all cylinders, this is going to be a fun match no matter what. But this Akron team can definitely wail. Looking on the volleyball court here on a pregame show on King FM, which is brought to you by Nelson Financial. Time to plan for your retirement. Visit with Joel at Nelson Financial, 206 Main Street in Sterling. Better to plan and not need it than need it and not have a plan. There are some high-caliber volleyball players. I spent last weekend watching junior college volleyball as a part of the 29th Annual Pizza Invitational at Northeastern Junior College, and I can look out on this court right now and tell you that there are probably 6 players for sure that could play at the junior college level, and then when you throw in some of those underclassmen on these teams, there's potential for possibly 10, maybe even a dozen volleyball players between these two teams that could go on and play 4-year volleyball in some capacity, junior college or to start off, or Division II straight out. There are some very good volleyball players that are going to be on the floor tonight. So the key to this one is going to be those late runs. I don't expect to see a set that is outside of 25-20 unless something drastic causes a change in this one, say an injury or a team mentally collapsing in a magnitude match like this. I expect to see very close one, so it's going to come down to, much like that next level of volleyball, much like that college level of volleyball, who can put it together after point 20. Getting to point 20 is very crucial, but it's not just about getting there. You got to get to 25 by 2 first, and I really think it's going to be smart to see how these teams adjust their rotations. Jerry Spooner has made a small change in his rotation that we will talk about when we meet the starting lineups after the national anthem. Akron sticking with their same 6, but boy, let me tell you, they're very good 6 that the Akron Lady Rams have. So that's our pregame show here this afternoon. Again, you're going to be able to watch it online, coloradopreps.tv, and you can, I will just plug it right now, buy your DVD, bigtimesmalltown.com, because this is going to be, I have a feeling, one of those very special matches. How often do you get to see number 1 face number 1? And that's why we brought it in for a Tuesday night special on 104.7 King FM. We'll take a break for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll meet starting lineups between the Weldon Valley Warriors, number 1 in Class 1A, and the Akron Rams, number 1 in Class 2A. It's a battle of ones on King FM and this big-time small-town media production.
Akron Auto is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Looking for that perfect home or property? Look no further than Morgan County Realty and Reed Cavelli. Morgan County Realty was established 30 years ago and is family-owned and operated, specializing in residential housing, commercial properties, water transactions, farm and ranch. But it doesn't just stop there. Reed is also a licensed mortgage loan originator, providing a full line of mortgage services. See Reed Cavelli today at Morgan County Realty, 702 Main Street in Fort Morgan, or call 970-867-4908.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Allen Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Allen Bear and his staff serve as stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Allen Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Allen and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Allen Bear Agency can serve you.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
Ice & Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice & Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice & Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not at Bank of Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 add up to free. Because our personal free checking and personal free collection give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you're into free, apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 plus 1 equals free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity, like an iPhone, presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says they've got tickets to the big game and can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Viero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Viero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Viero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
And welcome back to Weldona, Colorado. It's time for number 1 versus number 1 here on 104.7 KNNG FM in Sterling, Colorado. Live video online, coloradopreps.tv. I'm Ben Blecka with the Big Time Small Town Media Network. Very glad you have joined us for what is shaping up to be a very special night here tonight. Let's meet the starting lineups for this contest. They're brought to you by Pete's Farmers Cooperative, your one-stop shop for fuel and propane contracts for 24-hour fuel whenever you're traveling through. Maybe it's to Cabela's, maybe it's to see some family in Nebraska. See Pete's Farmers Cooperative in Pete's. For the Akron Lady Rams, they're in the near court for this first set. They will have the short sleeve blue jerseys on, and their starting lineup this evening will be number 6, Megan Woods. Number 6, Megan Woods is a senior. Number 10, Allie Vasquez, she's a senior. Number 11, Sydney Merrill, she's also a senior. Number 12, Carly Christensen, she's a sophomore. Number 22, Jordan Bear, she's a sophomore. And number 25, Sydney Glosson, she's a sophomore. Head coach Lindsey Gilbert, no libero for this Akron Lady Ram team. For the Weldon Valley Warriors and their head coach, Jerry Spooner, I mentioned he made a change in his rotation. He has been starting Caitlin Staley on the floor, but Caitlin Staley is replaced by Kendra Cullison. He's starting in his normal rotation 3 tonight, which is number 1, Morgan Norris, a senior. Number 2, Cassie Headley, a senior. Number 3, Kelsey Eskew, a senior. Number 6, Brooklyn Kraymeyer, a freshman. Number 8, Kendra Cullison, a junior. And number 10, Rachel McCracken, a senior. His libero is number 5, Haley Cabelli. She is a senior. And Jerry Spooner is with this number 1 ranked Weldon Valley team here at home. And Lindsey Gilbert with the Akron Lady Rams, number 1 out of Class 2A. It's a big matchup for us tonight, and we're set to get things underway here on this Tuesday afternoon. They started JV volleyball action at 4, and that went done in 2, so we got ourselves ready to go for this one here this evening. And Akron will start with the serve. Their short sleeve jerseys on the near side, and they will have the serve in the hands of Jordan Bear to kick things off here in set number 1. 3 out of 5. First to 25 by 2. Getting the lineups all squared away. We'll have Weldon Valley online, ColoradoPreps.tv Thursday night, as well as they'll take on number 3 Fleming for their first matchup of the season. That's a league matchup and a district matchup between the number 1 and number 3 ranked teams. So we'll be there. No radio Thursday night. The only place you can see it is online at ColoradoPreps.tv, unless you park your butt in the gym out there in Fleming, which I gladly take you out there for that contest as well. And then Saturday, Akron plays starting at 9 a.m. in their own invitational tournament. And we'll have that on ColoradoPreps.tv for you as well. Can you tell we like volleyball? Just a guess. Just making sure. Jordan Bear, the sophomore, now has the ball in the near court, and she'll start with the serve. Line down the middle, popped up back row by Headley for the Weldon Valley Warriors. Shoot it off for a left-handed tip into the block at the net by Kelsey Eskew. She's in the net. So a hitting error for the Weldon Valley Warriors. Gets the first point to the Akron Lady Rams. Keeps a serve with Jordan Bear, and she'll line it down the middle once again. Popped up high by Cabelli, back row. Nora shoots it off for Eskew. Her attack knocked deep. Dug up back row for the Akron Lady Rams, and a big swing far side. Down and in for a kill from Sydney Merrill. Merrill put it down, and it gets the opening point of the contest offensively for the Akron Lady Rams. Rams run a 6-2 offense with 2 setters, but the setters always in the front row. Kind of different than what you normally see. Service error will come from the Akron Lady Rams and Jordan Bear, and that gives Weldon Valley their first point in the contest. And I'll hand the serve over to Rachel McCracken, 2-1 here in set 1. McCracken steps up with a big jump, and she lines it into the net. So with that service error, Megan Woods will now take the serve. And Woods will step and float it down the middle for the Akron Lady Rams, and it drops in for an ace. It pings off McCracken and Cavelli, and the Akron Lady Rams on that ace go up 4-1 here in set 1. Woods with the ball down the middle, popped up by Cavelli. Norris sets it up, off-speed tip over the top of the block of the net by Eskew. She two-hit the ball on the free dig back over by Jordan Bear. She took a swing at it, mishit it, and then had the two-hit violation. The Weldon Valley Lady Warriors, 2 hitting errors, no kills so far. Serve down the middle, field, a back row by Cavelli, set it up for Eskew, banged off the block at the net. And then a bump set to Headley. She's rejected back by Sydney Glosson, and it goes down and in for a kill. So 6-1 Akron Lady Rams. Ball lined down the middle, popped up back row by Haley Cavelli. Shoot set far side Norris for Headley. Her attack dug up back row by Ali Vasquez. Set down the middle and the punch over the top of the block of the net by Sydney Glosson. Dug out back row by Norris. Set up by Eskew for Headley far side. Dug out back row by Vasquez. Set to Vasquez on the left post. Her attack down and in for a kill. Sydney Merrill with that swing. Vasquez still one rotation away from taking offensive swings. And a timeout taken by the Weldon Valley Warriors, 7-1 Akron here in set one. Timeouts are brought to you by Signal Graphics and the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling. They're your one-stop shop for all your printing needs, business cards, posters, flyers, any other signage for your business or your event. You need to call Kelvin at 970-521-9000 and let him do the work for you. I don't have full hitting numbers here for the Akron Lady Rams and the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. But Akron, through the first 8 points of this match, 2 kills, no hitting errors. Weldon Valley, 2 errors, no kills. I would venture to say about negative 200 hitting for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Akron probably hitting close to 300, if not above it, here in the first few points. Megan Woods will continue with the serve. She'll line it down the middle, popped up back row by Haley Cavelli, set it up Morgan Norris. She'll come for Cassie Headley, cross far side, popped up high by Merrill. Bumps that up far side. Merrill with the swing, blocked at the net. Off of the rafters, kept in play on the Akron side, and punched over and down and in for a kill by Jordan Bear. The ball went off of the angled ceiling here in Weldon Valley, and if it hits the ceiling and stays on the same side of the net, it's still in play. And so it results in a kill in spite of very good blocking from the Weldon Valley Warriors. Caitlin Staley came on, replacing Cassie Headley as Megan Woods will line the serve down the middle. Popped up back row by McCracken. Set it up for a swing from the libero, Haley Cavelli. Her attack dug out back row by Vasquez. Set it up Merrill, far side off the block of the net. Dug up back row by Haley Cavelli. Norris will shoot it off near side. Staley crawls the net cord and popped up on the front row. Glosson will get the swing down the middle to the back corner and in for a kill. Sydney Glosson with her first, 4th kill for the Akron Lady Rams. And it's 9-1 Akron. Megan Woods lines the ball down the far side. Popped up by McCracken. Set up down the middle for Eskew. Her attack dug up back row by Jordan Bear. Far side tip over the block of the net from Sydney Merrill. Ball popped up by Norris once again for Staley. Hammered into the net. And the Weldon Valley Warriors will bring Cassie Headley back in, finding themselves down 10-1. Akron out on a tear right now. Woods steps up, lines the ball far line. Nice diving dig out by McCracken back onto the Akron side. Set down the middle, the tip by Glosson into the block of the net. Ball popped up on the front row by Carly Christensen. Set it up far side. Big swing once again, too big and out for Sydney Merrill. So the Weldon Valley Warriors will take the first Akron hitting error, find themselves down 8, and hand the serve to Morgan Norris. Norris lining the ball down the middle, popped up back row by Jordan Bear. Back set thrown to the near side. Big swing off the block of the net by Sydney Merrill. Bump set up by Norris. Back to Headley. Pushed across the net. Dig into the net. Kept in play and a flat free just over the net cord and down and in for a kill by Ali Vasquez. Ali was just trying to free that ball, and the back row was too deep for Weldon Valley. 11-2 go the Lady Rams. Merrill will take the serve for the Rams. Hammered down the middle. She's going to pick up an ace. Rachel McCracken couldn't get the clean dig. And this Akron team is at a whole new level. I saw them play in the NJC tournament 10 days ago. They were very good in that tournament. This team wouldn't have lost but about probably 20 points in that whole tournament the way they're playing right now. Sydney Merrill follows up the ace with an error. She hammers the serve too long, so 12-3 goes the tally. Kelsey Eskew will take the serve for the Weldon Valley Warriors. Eskew lines the serve far side. Ball be popped up back row by Jordan Bear. Shoot off onto the far line. Big block at the net on the Vasquez attack. And it is stuffed back down by Kendra Cullison. 3 blocks, one of them a stuff block for Weldon Valley in this match. That is the one aspect of their game that's going very well. Eskew with the serve down the middle once again. Ball popped up back row for Akron. Shoot off onto the far line. Outside the antenna. On the swing goes Ali Vasquez. And that'll make it 12-5. Looks at the scoreboard are brought to you by your local Aflac representatives, Bob Mullendore and Daryl McCormick. Get the protection you need to stay ahead of the game. Call 970-522-2309. Ball tipped over the net on a free ball after the Eskew serve. The attack at the net Blocked by Allie Vasquez and back onto the Warrior side. Flat free, played over by Headley. Popped up back row. Christensen shoots far side. The attack tipped over to the top of the block by Vasquez. Set near side. Headley angles the ball deep. Dug up back row by Sydney Merrill. Set it up down the middle. Bear, big swing. Too wide now. Pardon me, that was Glosson with the swing. That hitting error allows Weldon Valley back within 6 here in set 1, 12-6. Line served by Eskew down the middle. Ball be popped up back row by Megan Woods. Set down the middle. Vasquez rejected back by Kendra Cullison. And the Warriors are on a tear. A 5-0 run and a timeout taken by Lindsay Gilbert, the head coach for Akron. Holy cow. This is some fun volleyball right now here in set 1. Number 1 versus number 1. I'm Ben Blecka. Very glad you've joined us on ColoradoPreps.tv and a special midweek matchup on 104.7 King FM in Sterling, Colorado. Thanks very much to our stupendous board op back in the studio. Kimber found out last night, I don't know, about 8 o'clock. Said, hey, can you run board tomorrow night? She said, absolutely. She made it possible for us to be on the airwaves tonight, so thank you very much to her. Kelsey Eskew will continue with the serve. Out of the Akron timeout. One timeout taken apiece, and Eskew will line the serve down the middle. Popped up back row by Woods. Set up on the near side, and Glosson will tip it over the block of the net. Popped up by Cullison. Eskew sets it up. Headley on the right post. Her attack deep. Dug up back row by Merrill. Shoot set onto the far side. Big swing. Allie Vasquez over the top of the block of the net. Ball popped up over the net for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors by Brooklyn Krameyer. Free ball back up down the middle. Glosson tipping it around the block at the net of Krameyer and down. So Sydney Glosson will pick up her second kill and hand the serve to herself. 13-7 in favor of the visiting Akron Rams. Glosson lines the ball, float down the middle, popped up by Cavelli. Norris will set it up for Headley into the block at the net and down. Could not be stuffed back by Jordan Bear, and Cassie Headley will pick up a kill. The first kill for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors as a team, 21 points into the match. Headley with the serve. He'll line it down the middle, popped up, miscommunication back row between Woods and Merrill. Still kept in play, and a big swing down and into a kill for Jordan Bear. Third assist for Carly Christensen in the match. 3 assists for Megan Woods, each of the setters doing work. Christensen will give herself the serve at 14-8 Akron. Line down the middle, popped up back row by McCracken. Colson underneath it, back to McCracken on the right post over the top of the block of the net. Dug out by Merrill, back row. But a misplayed dig will result in a kill as the ball was dug into the net and could not be got out. Back within 5 come the Warriors once again, and the serve goes to Kendra Cullison. Cullison with the ball floated down the middle, popped up by Merrill, back row, set up down the middle for a swing from Jordan Bear, blocked at the net by Krameyer and kept in play on the Akron side, and a free tip over, again blocked by Krameyer, but the dig right into the block of Allie Vasquez, and she will get a point for the Akron Lady Rams. 15-9. Hands the serve to Allie. She'll line it down the middle, too big and out. So a service error on the Akron Lady Rams side. That's 3 service errors for Akron. That was their downfall in the state championship last year against Lutheran. Haley Cavelli will take the serve for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Cavelli steps up, lines the serve short, popped up back near the net, and Rachel McCracken trying to go for the block, got into the net. To make it 16-10 Akron in the Jordan Bear serve. 1 full rotation through. Bear lines the ball short, misplayed on the front row. That's going to be an ace. She ended her last rotation with a service error, so picking up the reverse dog, the bounty hunter. E&A. EA Sports, it's in the game. Line down the middle. Jordan Bear popped up back row by McCracken, bump set up by Norris, and a free ball played over by Eskew. Popped up back row by Bear, shoot set down the middle for Glosson. Her big swing blocked at the net by McCracken, dug out back row by Headley. Norris to Eskew, too wide and out on her swing. Kelsey Eskew with her third hitting error of the match, make it 18-10 in favor of the Akron Lady Rams, and a second timeout taken by the Weldon Valley Warriors here in set number 1. Number 1 versus number 1. Both these teams have the capability to put out the run, but I noted in the pregame show this is going to be about the later stages of the match, which is why Jerry Spooner saved his timeout for Weldon Valley, why when the run started, Lindsey Gilbert kept her timeout in her bank until she felt she absolutely had to take it for Akron. They know that this could come down to the end, but if Akron can stay up 8, they can afford a side out right now. All the pressure's on the number 1 team in 1A, Weldon Valley, to come from behind here in set 1. You put yourself down a set to this Akron team, I don't care, home, road, neutral, you're in trouble. Out of the timeout, the serve will remain with Jordan Bear. This is her 6th serve of the match. She lines it down the middle, popped up by Cavelli on the back row. Norris tipping it into the block at the net of Sydney Glosson. Ball kept in play. Free back onto the Weldon Valley side. Eskew with the big swing. Dug out back row by Ali Vasquez. Set up and a free ball be played over by Jordan Bear. Popped up short by Eskew to the post for a lefty tip by McCracken over the top of the block. Dug out by Carly Christensen front row. Woods bump set flat free over by Merrill. Dug out back row by Headley. Joust at the net, and in the net went Morgan Norris, trying to play that ball, and it's now 19-10 Akron here in set 1. Bear floats the ball down the middle, popped up back row by Headley. Norris sets it up, McCracken crawling the net court, dug out by Bear, back row for Akron. Set onto the far side, big swing, dynamite go, boom. Sydney Merrill with her 3rd kill of the contest. Absolutely crushed that ball. And keeps the serve on the Rams side. Jordan Bear with it down the middle, fielded by Cavelli, shoot it up, and the big attack from Eskew, dug up and can't be chased down before it comes careening to the stands here. And so Kelsey Eskew will come up with her 1st kill of the match. Still hitting negative in this match are the Weldon Valley Warriors, more errors than kills. Rachel McCracken with the serve, down 20-11. McCracken, big jump, too big and out. Her first big jump went into the net. Her second big jump went into the fan. 21-11. Hand the serve over to Megan Woods, who ran off 7 her last rotation on serve. She'll float it down the middle, popped up back her by Cavelli, swing deep by Eskew, and in the net went the Akron block. Warriors need a run on serve now if they're going to have any chance in set 1. Morgan Norris with the serve. Norris floats the ball just over the net cord, dug out by Megan Woods. Christensen sets near side, ping off the block, and a kill for Sydney Merrill. Lead back up by 10. The Akron Lady Rams will give the serve to Sydney Merrill. She'll line it down the middle. Popped up back row by the Weldon Valley Warriors. Norris will set it up for a swing from Headley over the top of the block of the net. Ball dug out back row by Akron. Far side set down the line and in for a kill goes Ali Vasquez. Her 2nd kill of the contest. And it's 23-12. Here at Weldon Valley School, number 1 versus number 1, and number 1 in 2A jumping all over number 1 in 1A. All lined down the middle by Merrill once again. Popped up back row. Set it up for a swing from Eskew. Her attack dug out by Bear back row. Set it up in the back row swing. Big and deep from Sydney Merrill. Dug back onto the Akron side. Ball popped up back row. Set up in a swing arc deep by Ali Vasquez. Dug out back row by Cavelli down the middle for Eskew. Pancaked out. Ball kept in play and freed back over by Megan Woods. Nice pancake on the front row by Akron. Tip over the top of the block of the net by Colson. Kept in play. Ball set far side Christensen. Off-speed attack tipped over the block by Ali Vasquez. Colson sets it up and a free ball be played over by Cavelli. Short setup by Glosson down the middle. Her attack is in for a kill. Sydney Glosson coming up with her 3rd kill of the contest and making it set points at 24-12. Setter. There she is. Merrill steps up and lines the ball down the middle. Pancaked out back row by McCracken. Set it up for a swing. Blocked back at the net by Sydney Glosson. Her 2nd stop block of the opening set makes it 25-12 in favor of Akron here in set 1. What an opening set by the number 1 team in Class 2A. We'll take a break, and when we come back in 2 minutes, we will have set 2, number 1 versus number 1 on King FM and this big-time small-town media production. Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as BW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545 and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
And welcome back to Weldon Valley as we head to set 2. Akron, the number 1 team in Class 2A, up 25-12 after the opening set on the Weldon Valley Warriors. Warriors will move to the near side of your video screen. I'm Ben Blecka. Set 2 brought to you by Sigma Graphics, Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling, your one-stop shop for all your business printing needs or your event needs. Posters, flyers, whatever signage it is. 521-9000. Haley Cavelli with the serve to start things off here in set 2. It's dug back onto the Warriors' side. Blocked down by Eskew, and then a dig-free dropped in from Jordan Bear. So Bear comes up with her 3rd kill of the contest. And the Warriors are one and done once again. Warriors hit negative in the opening set. 3 kills, 4 hitting errors. Akron had 3 stuff blocks, 5 total blocks in that opening set. Line serve down the middle from Jordan Bear. Popped up back row. Set up far side. Big swing. Eskew down and in for a kill. Kelsey Eskew picking up her 2nd of the contest and handing the serve to Rachel McCracken at 1-all here in set number 2. Line serve down the middle from McCracken. Ball dug out back row by the Weldon Valley Warriors. Set it up and a free ball tipped over the top of the block of the net by Glosson. Short set down the middle. Eskew to the back corner. Missed the back corner. Tried to get too cute and float it. And the Warriors again one and done, down 2-1. Akron's led from the outset. Ball lined down the middle, popped up high, back row by Cavelli. Set up Norris far side, she will go. And for the Headley attack, dug out back row, tip set over the net by Carly Christensen. Popped up high by the Warriors. Big swing deep down and in for a kill by Kelsey Eskew. So the Akron Lady Rams one and done, one of the rare times. One change here in set 2. Kendrick Hullison was replaced by Kiana Sandoval on the back row. So serve goes to Morgan Norris. So that middle back row DS, or right side back row, as the serve is dig-freed right into the stuff block at the net of Kelsey Eskew. Eskew with her first stuff block, 4 total blocks as she's affected 3 shots in this contest, and Weldon Valley has their first lead of the match at 3-2. Morgan Norris with the serve. Lines the ball down the far side. Popped up high by Woods. Back row. Set it up far side. Swing deep by Merrill. And it drops in for a kill. Sydney Merrill, 5 kills in this contest. Gives herself the serve. Merrill ran off the service rotation that helped in set 1. She'll line the ball down the middle. Popped up high by McCracken. Back row. Set it up for Eskew. Over the block at the net and down. Kelsey Eskew picking up her 4th kill of the contest. And Weldon Valley keeps the lead at 4-3. Eskew will take the serve. She'll step up. She'll line the ball down the middle. Popped up back onto the Warrior side. Kept up high by Eskew, but the attempt to get the ball at the net by Morgan Norris, she put it in the net, and then Akron was in the net. So the Akron block in the net, a blocking error for the first time tonight on Akron, and the line serve deep by Eskew once again. Popped up back row, set up, and boom goes the dynamite. Ali Vasquez with her 3rd of the contest. Hands the serve over to Glosson. Sydney Glosson lines the ball short. Popped up back row by Headley. Norris will set it up for Headley on the right post. Her attack rejected back. Jordan Bear not going to let that happen. 4th stuff block. That's a block that ends a point for our non-volleyball fans of the match for Akron. Weldon Valley has 3. We've had 7 points in on stuff blocks. 5 all. Sydney Glosson with the serve. Line far side. Lift ball ace. That will give the lead back over to Akron at 6-5. Set number 2. Rams up on the Warriors 1-0. Line serve deep. Popped up cleanly back row by Cavelli. Norris will set it up down the middle for Cullison. She'll angle it back corner. Popped up by Merrill back row. Set up near side. Vasquez rejected back and out. Krameyer there, but could not turn it back on the line, and a kill will be the result for Allie, her 4th. And to serve once again comes Sydney Glosson. She'll line it down the middle. Popped up by McCracken. Back row. Norris sets it up for Cullison. Rejected back. Stuffer down by Jordan Bear. And no, overturned on the stuff block. The block was in the net. It was so loud in here that the whistle was not heard on the floor until I looked up and saw R2, the down judge, with her hand in the net. No protest from the Akron coaches. 7-6, the lead for the Akron Lady Rams. Ball tipped over the block of the net by Vasquez. Set far side, McCracken down the line. Her attack dug out back row by Sydney Glosson. Running bump set up. Back onto the Warrior side. McCracken with the attack. Somebody was in the net because that thing's jumping like a trampoline. Return back and dug out back row by the Warriors. McCracken with the attack off the block and down and in the kill. She picks up her 2nd of the contest and keeps the serve with Cassie Headley. Jerry Spooner going to protest. I mean, something hit the net to cause it to jump that much. There's no wind in here. Line serve down the middle. Ball popped up back row. Short set down the middle and the tip near line down and in for a kill by Ali Vasquez. Ali picks up her 4th of the contest. Ends the run 8-7. The Rams will get the serve back. Carly Christensen will step up, lines the ball down the middle, popped up by Cavelli, bumps that up by Norris from the back row and the punch. Oh, into the block at the net by McCracken. Rejected back by Jordan Bear. She not in the net that time. Her 2nd stuff block of the match. She's got an ace and 3 kills as well. 9-7. No, the Akron Lady Rams. Carly Christensen with the serve. She'll float it down the middle. Popped up by Cavelli back row. Bump set up by Norris far side, and a free ball be played over by Cavelli. Checked up, mischecked on the front row. However, the dig error will come from Megan Woods, and a kill will be credited to the Warrior libero, Haley Cavelli. Cullison with the serve for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Ball popped up back row by the Akron Lady Rams, and down the middle goes Jordan Bear. She drops that one in. And back up 10-8 go the Akron Lady Rams. Had to chase a ball down on the stage here. Ali Vasquez with the serve. Ali floats it down the near side, popped up back row by Headley. Norris setting it onto the Ram side, kept in play and freed over short, and a free kill going to be the result for Megan Woods. Good thought by Morgan Norris, better thought by Megan Woods, as it results in an 11-8 advantage for Akron. Already up 1-0 here in set 2. Onto the floor comes Kiana Sullivan for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Kiana Sandoval, pardon me, for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Served down the middle, fielded by Cavelli. Back row. Norris, far side. McCracken, big swing, deep dugout by Ali Vasquez. Back row. Set up down the middle and a running push into the block at the net by Sydney Merrill. Norris keeps it up, bumps that up by Sandoval. Attack deep by McCracken. Dugout back row by Glosson. Set up in a flat free plate over the top of the block of the net by Vasquez. Dugout back row by Colson. Norris far side. She will go. McCracken off the block of the net. Chased down back row by Sydney Glosson. Set up in the near side swing. Big swing down and in for a kill by Sydney Merrill. Merrill coming up with her 6th kill of the match and putting Akron up by 4, 12-8 here in set 2. Allie will step up, line the ball down the middle, too big and out. So a service error will hand the ball back over to the Warriors and into the hands of Haley Cavelli, the Warrior libero. Cavelli lines the ball down the middle. Will be popped up back row by Vasquez. Set it up for Bear on the post. Cross shot dropped in for a kill. Jordan Bear, 5 kills, nary a hitting error. And back up by 4 goes Akron at 13-9. Bear with the serve, lined into the net. So one thing that could come back to haunt Akron if they don't get those serves rolling in big matches. You've got to get good serves. McCracken float serve far side and a free ball back over by Akron. Popped up by Headley on the front row. Norris for SQ line. Missed, no caught. Right down the line judge went down, up, down, and then said, yeah, it was down. So Kelsey Eskew gets credit with the kill, her 5th of the match. And back within 2 come the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Rachel McCracken with the serve. She'll step up. She'll hammer it down the middle. Too big and out. So she wins her first point on her serve and then follows it up with her 3rd service error. Megan Woods will line the ball down the middle. Popped up, back row by McCracken. Running bump set by Norris and Headley with the attack. Too big and out. That's the first hitting error of the set for the Weldon Valley Warriors. After committing 4 hitting errors in the opening set, none so far in this one, and a timeout taken by Jerry Spooner. Timeouts are brought to you by Pete's Farmers Cooperative, your one-stop shop for fuel and propane contracts. Also have feed and delivery at Pete's Farmers Cooperative. They're extremely proud of their new corn facility in Iliff, now serving more of Northeast Colorado. On paper, great matchup. Akron, in spite of being in the higher classification, may have come in as the underdogs because the schedule they played has been good, no doubt about it. They play Brush. I've seen Brush. That's a very good Brush team. I've seen Caliche, obviously, a team that Weldon Valley beat, and they beat them in 4 in the championship at the NJC tournament a couple weeks back. But Weldon Valley, having defeated some 4A teams in the Morgan Classic, well, 9-0, 1A. I mean, this team was on a roll coming in. But Akron's quelched that roll as the serve will be floated far side, fielded by Headley. Ball tipped over the block of the net by Eskew. Set on the post in the big swing. Nicely dug out off the Merrill swing by McCracken. Floated back over on the free ball by Headley. Set down the middle. Big swing by Glosson at the net. Blocked by Eskew. Set up in a back row. Free. Dropped in by Ali Vasquez. She decided to play that offensive at the last second and was able to give it a 5-point lead for the Akron Lady Rams. Now 16-11. Floater down the middle. Ball popped up back row. Tip set over the net by Morgan Norris. Chased down for the Akron Lady Rams, and a flat floater played over by Glosson. Bumped up by Sandoval right into the radar zone of Sydney Merrill, and she puts it down. A dig error on the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors grows the lead out to 6 for the Akron Lady Rams, 17-11. Megan Woods Floats the serve down the middle. Popped up back row by Haley Cavelli. Norris will just set it toward the back corner. Chased down by Allie Vasquez. Set it up near side. Merrill with a big swing. Down and in for a kill once again. Sydney Merrill again tallying a kill. She now has 8. And keeps the serve with Megan Woods. Megan with the ball down the middle. Popped up by McCracken back row. Norris will set it up for a back row swing from Haley Cavelli, the libero. That hitting error makes it 19-11 Akron. It's a 6-0 run for the Lady Rams. They sparked off a 7-0 to secure set number 1. Short serve by Woods, dug over by McCracken onto the Akron side, and Woods going to get a free ball back onto the Warrior side. Popped up high by McCracken. Norris will just bump free it over. Ball chased down, shoot set near side. Big swing down the line and in for a kill from who else? Sydney Merrill. 20-11 Akron. It's not about who starts well, it's about who finishes well. Yep, that adage is true here as Megan Woods with the serve floats it too long. And opens the door for the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors. Morgan Norris will take the serve. Norris steps up and floats the ball short. Ball dug up on the front row, set up far side. Big swing in the net on the swing went Sydney Merrill. One of the few mistakes Sydney's made so far this evening allows the Warriors back to within 7, 20-13. Morgan Norris steps up. She'll line the serve into the net. It's just the 4th service error on Weldon Valley, but in a match of this magnitude, every giveaway is painful. Sydney Merrill with the serve. 21-13 Akron. Serve fielded back row by McCracken. Norris on the far side. Free ball played deep by Cullison. Popped up back row by Merrill. Set near side. Vasquez off the block. Dug out by Cavelli. Norris shoots it off onto the post. Floater over the top of the block of the net by Headley. And the block was in the net for the Akron Lady Rams, and the Warriors are back within 7. Line serve down the middle from Eskew. Ball popped up back row by Jordan Bear. Set up for a big swing. Cross drop down and in for a kill by Allie Vasquez. Allie seven kills in this contest. 22-14 Akron. Glosson. Floater down the middle, popped up by Cavelli. Back row, Norris will set it up. Headley over the top of the block of the net. Ball chased down by Jordan Bear. Shoot set near side. Big swing by Vasquez. In the net was Kendra Cullison on the block. Talk about the plan to the game when we go to the third set, but I can tell you it's going to involve errors for both teams. It's not just the plan to the game, it's the plan to the rest of the season. Glosson with the serve, line down the middle, popped up by McCracken. Back row, Norris will set it up for Cullison, and she hammers it into the net. Set points for the Akron Lady Rams at 24-14. Glosson steps up and floats it down the middle. Popped up by Cavelli. Back row, Norris. Short set for Headley. Tipped over the block of the net. Kept up by Vasquez on the front row. Set down the middle. Bear with the ball. Big swing off the block. Kept up by Norris. And a return back by Krameyer. Rejected back by Jordan Bear. She can't get the kill, but she does get the stuff block. And 25-14. Set 2 goes to Akron. We'll take a break, and when we come back to Weldona, we'll have set 3. Number 1 versus number 1. It's all Akron here on King FM in this big-time small-town media production.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855. Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
And welcome back to Weldona. We head to set 3, 25-12, 25-14. The Akron Lady Rams in control. The Weldon Valley Warriors. I'm Ben Blecka. Our third set brought to you by Nelson Financial. We'll talk about the plan for the rest of this game. Visit with Joel to plan for your retirement at 206 Main Street in Sterling. He is there to make sure you have a plan when you need it. It's better to need it and better than needing it and not having a plan. Akron with the ball on their side of the net. Kelsey Eskew off the free ball, able to put one down for a kill. Through 2 sets, the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors have given away 17 points and not really earned a whole lot. They've not gone on runs on errors. Akron's given away 13 points, but have not given away too terribly many points, or have gone on runs on those giveaways as the attack off the block at the net and down by... That was Sydney Glosson, her third, and to serve comes Megan Woods. Woods for Akron, lines it down the middle. Cavelli keeps it in play, and a flat free played over by Headley. Ball popped up back row for Akron, set far side, down the line, off the Raptors. Cavelli keeps the ball up, but that will go down as a kill for Sydney Merrill, who has been nothing short of spectacular in this match. She's got 10 kills on really about 18 swings. Line serve down the middle for Megan Woods once again. Popped up back row for Weldon Valley, and the tip set into the block at the net for Morgan Norris will result in a kill. Kendra Cullison will come onto the floor, replacing Caitlin Staley. Back to their normal rotation are the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors here in set number 3, down 2-0. Morgan Norris with the serve for the Warriors, 9-0 on the season. Line down the middle, ball popped up high, back row by Megan Woods, chased down, and a free ball be played over by Jordan Bear. Ball checked up in the front row by the Warriors. Attack off the block of the net by Headley. Dugout back row by Ali Vasquez. Set down the middle, the attack at the net blocked by Kelsey Eskew, and then a free ball deep to the back corner, and a result in the kill on the free ball deep from Ali Vasquez. She'll hand the serve to Sydney Merrill. Setting up on the near side, her attack lined short, popped up back row by Headley. Norris underneath it, she'll set it up for a flat free played over by Haley Cavelli, and the libero comes up with her second kill in the match. When your libero is tied for second most kills on your team, it's been a rough match. Warriors looking to turn that around at 3-all here in this set. Third tie of the game, line down the middle. Woods will set it up near side. The big attack, too big and out on Sydney Glosson. And Weldon Valley takes the lead at 4-3. 3 lead changes, 3 ties in this contest. 4 ties, pardon me. We had one at 1-1 here as well. Eskew with the serve, line down the middle. Ball popped up back row and into the block at the net of Brooklyn Krameyer. Her first point tallied of the evening for the freshman. 5-3, Weldon Valley. SQ lines the serve far side. Ball will be popped up back row by Bear. Bumps that up, and a flat free will be played by Vasquez over the top of the block of the net. Ball popped up on the Warrior side. Set it up on the near post for Headley. Her attack dug out by Jordan Bear. Back onto the Warrior side. Headley up. Reset to Headley on the near post. Her attack off the block at the net of Carly Christensen and dug right into the radar zone of Kendra Cullison and hammered down her first kill of the contest. This is the Weldon Valley team I expected to see in sets 1 and 2. One that can go toe for toe with Akron. Line serve deep by Kelsey Eskew, popped up back row. Bumps that far side attack from Vasquez. Can't be dug out cleanly, and Allie will pick up another kill. That'll be Allie's 9th of the contest, and hand the serve to Sydney Glosson. Glosson, with Akron in the near court on your video screen, will line the ball into the net. So Weldon Valley goes up 7-4 here in the third. And Cassie Headley will take the serve. She's yet to win a point on her serve in this match. Just over the top of the block of the net. Ball punch back over. Cavelli will pop it up. Norris set down the middle. Krameyer is not 6'3". And that set was for Kelsey Eskew. She swung and missed. And allows Akron to within 2. Carly Christensen with the serve. She'll line it down the middle, popped up by Haley Cavelli, back row, set up by Cullison, near side for McCracken. She'll tip it over the block, pancaked out, back row by Sydney Merrill, and free back over. Norris will set it up, far side, Cullison, lefty tip over the block of the net, popped up by Christensen. Woods will throw it far side, Vasquez tooling the block and dropping it down. Allie in double figures in kills, and Akron's within 1. They hand the serve once again to Carly Christensen here in the third. Carly will step up, line the ball down the near side, popped up by McCracken, back row. Cullison will just set it to the back corner on a free. Clausen pops it out, set far side. Vasquez rejected back by Cullison, kept up by a nice dig from Merrill and freed over by Glosson. Popped up by Norris, Cullison underneath it. She'll go to the post, and the attack from McCracken off the block at the net and out. And Rachel McCracken picks up just her third kill of the contest. 8-6 go the Weldon Valley Warriors. That's the one rotation where Morgan Norris does not set for this Weldon Valley team. Kendra Cullison getting that nod here. She'll line the ball down the middle, popped up back row by Glosson for Akron. Set near side attack. Vasquez off the block, can't be pancaked out. It got down. It was not played over in the third anyway by the Weldon Valley Warriors, so the protest is a moot point as onto the floor comes Caitlin Staley. Allie Vasquez will get the serve. Line ball down the middle. Popped up back row by Headley. Short set Norris down the middle. McCracken splits the defense and drops it in for a kill. She's starting to get fired up. She had 1 kill through the first 2 sets. She's got 3 already here in this one. And has Weldon Valley up 9-7 in the third. Haley Cavelli will take the serve for the Warriors. She's yet to win a point on her serve. She'll top it down the near side. Ball popped up off the ceiling. That's going to be an ace. And a timeout taken by Lindsey Gilbert for the Akron Lady Rams. Timeouts are brought to you by Pete's Farmers Cooperative, your one-stop shop for pets, foods, tires, and oil service, 24-hour fuel whenever you travel through. See Pete's Farmers Cooperative in Pete's. I talked about it right at the outset of this set, that the Weldon Valley Warriors have not gone on runs following errors by the Akron Rams, and they've still not gone on a real run, but they're getting 2 and 3 points instead of just trading side outs. It's like watching a boxing match or MMA, whatever the heck you like when it comes to fight sports. Guys that just stand there and trade jabs, not going to get you anywhere. You've got to be setting up these big haymakers, and if your opponent leaves a door open, walk through it. Weldon Valley didn't do that in the first 2 sets. Akron did. That's why Akron won the first 2 so easily, 25-12 and 25-14. Haley Cavelli will continue with the serve, up 10-7 out of the timeout. Cavelli lines the ball far side, bumps that up high by Sydney Merrill, and then a free ball over by Megan Woods. Ball popped up back row by Staley. Short set to Eskew and pounds it into the block. Kelsey Eskew starting to feel her offense there and comes up with her 7th kill of the match. Cavelli continues with the serve. She'll line it down the middle. Ball popped up back row by Ali Vasquez. Set up onto the far side for a big swing from Sydney Merrill, down and in for a kill. Merrill rocking that one deep. And Sydney Merrill, her 11th. Jordan Bear takes a serve for the Akron Lady Rams. Bear will line the ball far side, 2 wide and out. Akron's doing what Weldon Valley did. You have an opening right there because of a good swing from Sydney Merrill. Don't follow it up with a service error. McCracken with the serve, big jump into the net. You have an opening. Let's just turn this around. You have an opening on an Akron service error. Get the ball over the net. 12-9. Floater serve down the middle from Megan Woods. Popped up back row, set it up for Headley. Her attack banged off the block of the net. Chipped up high by Vasquez. Far side, Merrill down the line. Dug out off the ceiling, and it ricochets down. So Sydney Merrill with a full dozen now. And Kiana Sandoval is going to come on for Caitlin Staley. Staley not happy with being removed. Megan Woods with the serve once again. Ball line far side, miss pop back row, chase down, and a free ball over by Morgan Norris. Checked up, not cleanly back row, no communication, and a flat free. The result over the top of the block of the net by Vasquez. Set it up for Eskew. She'll hit a cross shot where the defense ain't and drops it in for a kill. You've got to talk if you're the Akron side. They ran into one another. Just cleanly play the ball. If you're Megan Woods, Jordan Bear, I don't care which one, say, I got it. I heard nothing from either side. 13-10. Morgan Norris takes a serve. Norris lines the ball down the near side. Miss pop back row kept in play, and a free ball be played over by Sydney Merrill. Checked up back row McCracken. Norris to Eskew, down deep. Dug out back row by Jordan Bear. Back onto the Weldon Valley side. Norris shoot to the near post for Headley. Her tip over. Dug out by Merrill. Tip back left on the swing from Sydney Glosson, and then dug back on to the Ram side. Far side swing down the line and in for a kill. Will go Sydney Merrill. Merrill, 13 now in the contest. And Akron finds themselves down 13-11. Sydney Merrill will step up and float the ball far side. Popped up by Cavelli, chased down by Morgan Norris. Bumped down the middle for Headley. Banged off the block and got a kill. The worst dig you can get without getting aced, and they still got a kill out of it. Great hustle play by the Warriors, up 14-11. Eskew with the serve. She'll line it down the near side. Ball popped up back row, running bump set up, and a flat free will be floated over by Ali Vasquez. Dug out back row by Eskew, bump set up by Norris, and a flat free play deep by McCracken. Dug out back row by Jordan Bear. Shoot set onto the far side. Big swing down the line goes Ali Vasquez off the block and comes up with the kill. (14-12), Weldon Valley here in the third, down 2-0. Lawson lines the ball down the middle, popped up back row by McCracken, set up for Headley. She missed the near sideline. And back within one comes Akron. Glosson floats it down the far side, popped up by Headley, set up by Norris for a flat free, played over by Cavelli. Checked up high by Megan Woods, set up far side, big swing deep by Ali Vasquez, or Sydney Merrill, pardon me. Set up and then the re-swing back by Kramer. Dug out back row by Glosson, set down the middle. Bear bangs it off the block and comes up with the kill. (14-all), fifth tie of the match. Float serve down the middle, too big and out. That'll give the lead right back over to Weldon Valley, and they'll try and get the run with the serve back. That was a Rachel McCracken service error from Weldon Valley that started that whole run for Akron. Cassie Headley with the serve, line down the middle. Popped up back row by Akron. Set tip down and in for a kill by Ali Vasquez. Ali with 13. Tied Sydney Merrill for the team lead. Serve line near side by Carly Christensen. Cannot be chased down and got back over in three. Not an ace, but as good as one. Lead back over to Akron for the first time here in set three, 16-15. Christensen Lines the ball down the middle, popped up back row by McCracken. Bump set up by Cullison for McCracken off the block of the net. Dug out by Sidney Merrill back row. Set up onto the far side, and Vasquez will free the ball short. Popped up by McCracken. Norris will set it up for Cullison. Blocked at the net, kept in play by Norris. Cullison will set it up back for McCracken, and she is rejected back by Jordan Bear. Jordan's fourth stuff block of the match. And Akron's up by 2, 17-15, just 8 points away from a sweep and ending this one in just more than an hour. Dominant fashion if they can do it here. Carly Christensen with the serve. Ball popped up back row by McCracken, tipped over the net by the Warriors, then tipped back over by Akron. Ball shoot set far side. Big swing by Merrill, or by Vasquez. Her attack dug out by McCracken, and then McCracken will knock it deep, too deep in out. The errors are starting to mount for the Weldon Valley Warriors here in the third, and Akron's taking advantage, now up 18-15, and a timeout going to be taken by Weldon Valley as they want to talk it over. Looks at the scoreboard, brought to you by your local Associate Aflac representatives, Bob Mullendore and Daryl McCormick. Hurt or sick, don't just sit there and take it. Call 970-522-2309. Not at all what we expected coming in a 1-versus-1, but that shows you Akron's ability to take advantage of the errors that are left open. 7 errors in the opening set, either blocking, hitting, or serving for Weldon Valley. That's all Akron needed to win 25-12. 10 errors in the second set, 25-14. Carly Christensen with the serve for the Rams, up 18-15. Christensen lines the ball far side, dug out by McCracken. Norris will set it up for McCracken. Her swing blocked back at the net, rejected by Jordan Bear. No, they say Bear was in the net, so it's 18-16. Again, so loud in here that the whistle was not heard. The down official kept blowing the whistle, and the buzzer had to actually go off to alert R1 that it was not Akron point. 18-16, Kendra Cullison with the serve. Line far side, ball popped up by Woods back row. Christensen will set it up for a back row swing from Merrill, too big and out. The block got down on the swing from Sydney Merrill, just her third hitting error of the contest. You have 3 hitting errors and 13 kills, winning. 18-17, looking to tie at 18 here on the Cullison serve. Line down the middle, popped up back row by Merrill, set far side, Bear down the line and in for a kill. Jordan Bear preventing that tie and handing the serve to Allie Vasquez. She's yet to win a point on her serve in this match. Floater down the middle, popped up by McCracken. Norris to her knees, to Craigmeyer. Her attack blocked back onto the Akron side. Set over the net by Megan Woods. Ball kept in play but cannot be freed back over. Megan Woods picks up her second kill of the match. That's an advantage of having your setter in the front row. Yeah, it takes a right side hitter away from always having your setter in the back row, but gives you a great opportunity like that for the tip kill. 2017 Akron. Line serve down the middle. Shoot set down the middle. The attack, McCracken caught the line and in for a kill. Rachel McCracken able to stem the tide here, but now they need a run on service, and they hand it to Haley Cavelli. She's got an ace and 6 serves tonight. Cavelli lines the serve far side, popped up by Glosson, chased down, and a free ball be the result from Merrill. Ball popped up back row, Cavelli. Norris tips it line. Ball dug out by Vasquez. Back to Merrill on the far post. Her attack off the block of the net, kept in play by Norris. McCracken bumps that up in a flat free, played deep by Cullison. Dug out back row by Carly Christensen. Set it up in a free ball. Be played just over the top of the block of the net by Glosson. Kept up SQ in a free ball over deep from Cavelli, and in the net went somebody for the Weldon Valley Warriors. May have been SQ off of the bump set. So 3-point lead for Akron, 21-18. Line down the middle by Jordan Bear. Popped up back row by Cavelli. The attack from McCracken, down and in for a kill. Rachel McCracken coming up with her 6th of the evening and handing herself the serve down 21-19. Weldon Valley wants a 4th. You cannot afford to keep screwing around. You've got to get the points here and now. Akron can sit here and play defense. Line near side, popped up by Jordan Bear. Set up down the middle, and the attack by Merrill. Cross too wide and out. And back within one comes Weldon Valley. Lindsey Gilbert out to the line to cheer her team on, trying to prevent the tie. McCracken. Big jump down the middle, popped up back row by Ali Vasquez. Set onto the far side, and the attack hammered deep, dug out by Cavelli. That was a swing by Glosson. Set up in a back row swing from McCracken, top deep. Dug out by Bear, back row. Christensen sets far side, down the line, and in for a kill goes Sydney Merrill. Oh. She's got 14 kills to 4 hitting errors tonight. It's been a 3-headed monster this evening. Megan Woods with the serve. She'll line it down the middle. Ball popped up back row by Cavelli. Set it up for SQ. Tip line. Ball dug out back row by the Akron Rams. Down the middle goes Glosson. Her attack popped up high by McCracken. Norris will set it up near side. Off the block of the net goes Headley, and then dug back over and out. So the Akron Rams 2 points away from winning this in a sweep. 23-20 in the second timeout taken by Weldon Valley. Don't miss out on the Saturday morning sports show every Saturday morning on 104.7 King FM. We've got it for you from 7:30 to 10 a.m. Starts off with the RMAC radio show at 7:30. 8 o'clock is Colorado Corner this week. University of Colorado Volleyball are guests. And then we've got 8:30 Faces of Pete. That's all about NJC. The volleyball and soccer programs are guests this week. 9:15 it's Locker Talk. And because the Warriors are on the other side of the net, I can tell you this. Weldon Valley will be our guests on Locker Talk this week. I was asked not to let the girls know until after the match this evening to keep them 100% focused, but we will be talking to the Weldon Valley Lady Warriors after tonight's match, and we'll have them on Locker Talk Saturday morning at 9:15. 23-20 Akron, up 2-0, 2 points away from taking the number one battle in a sweep. Megan Woods with the serve. She's been spectacular at the line tonight. She'll line it down the far side, popped up by McCracken, back row. Norris sets it up, SQ off the block. The net ball popped up high by Ellie Vasquez. Set far side, Merrill bangs it off the block and drops it in for a kill. 15 for Sydney Merrill this evening. And it's set points and match points for the Akron Lady Rams at 24-20. Megan Woods lines the ball far side. Popped up by Cavelli on the back row. McCracken will set it up near side Headley. Her attack off the block at the net. Did it catch the block? Yes, it did. So a tool kill there for Cassie Headley. Staves one match point off. Still 2 more to stave. 24-21. Morgan Norris with the serve. Norris lines the ball down the middle. Ball popped up back row by Bear. Bumps that up and down the middle with the swing. Glosson rejected back by Kendra Cullison. Another staved off. That's the third stuff block of the match for Kendra Cullison, 24-22. Morgan Norris with the serve once again. Norris floats it down the middle, dug out by Woods back row. Set up by Christensen, near side. Merrill, dynamite, go boom. Akron takes it in 3. Sydney Merrill with her 16th kill of the contest. And the Akron Lady Rams take this one in a sweep. 25-12, 25-14, and 25-22 is your final tally. We'll come back on our post-game show. We'll wrap it up. We'll name our shining performance and our reliable player of the game here on King FM and this big-time small-town media production.
Americans love numbers and iPhones. We all know the 7 Dwarves, 4 Seasons, and 12 Days of Christmas. Now, for a limited time, Viero is featuring countless reasons to own an iPhone. With an iPhone, you can take great photos or take a crack at Angry Birds, watch your favorite video, or use it as a watch, find an old school friend on Facebook, or simply browse the web. But what you really ought to find is your nearest Viero store, because for a limited time, you can have an iPhone for only $79.99. Before these great iPhone deals end, get into Viero. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
Ice & Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice & Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice & Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support Eastern Colorado.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Alan Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Alan Bear and his staff serve as stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Alan Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Alan and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Alan Bear Agency can serve you.
Looking for that perfect home or property? Look no further than Morgan County Realty and Reed Cavelli. Morgan County Realty was established 30 years ago and is family-owned and operated, specializing in residential housing, commercial properties, water transactions, farm and ranch. But it doesn't just stop there. Reed is also a licensed mortgage loan originator, providing a full line of mortgage services. See Reed Cavelli today at Morgan County Realty, 702 Main Street in Fort Morgan, or call 970-867-4908.
The South Platte Sentinel has been serving Sterling and Logan County for more than 25 years, and they're proud to do it with accuracy, efficiency, and the most comprehensive local news, sports, and opinion you'll find anywhere. The South Platte Sentinel is available every Wednesday on your doorstep or online anytime at southplattesentinel.com. You can also check out the latest news and updates anytime on Facebook. Just visit the South Platte Sentinel Facebook page. The South Platte Sentinel, a proud supporter of Logan County.
And welcome back to Weldon Valley here on our post-game show. The Akron Lady Rams and the Weldon Valley Warriors. It was a sweep in #1 versus #1. Our post-game show brought to you by Nelson Financial. Plan for the game and plan for your retirement with Joel at Nelson Financial, 206 Main Street in Sterling. Better to plan and not need it than need it and not have a plan. 25-12, 25-14, 25-22, the final, all in favor of the Akron Lady Rams. Akron, final tally, I didn't keep total number of attacks for the Akron Lady Rams, but they hit about 400 in this match. They had only 6 hitting errors all match. You have 6 hitting errors in a sweep like this? Oh, man. I mean, that is some very, very good hitting that they had. They tallied up 42 total kills, led by Sydney Merrill, our reliable player of the game, with 16. Ali Vasquez had 13, and Jordan Bear will be our shining performance of the contest, had 7. We'll tell you about those two here in a second. The Weldon Valley Lady Warriors hit about 120 in this match, including hitting negative in the first match, where they came out and they had 3 kills and 4 hitting errors, and in the final match they were tallied with 8 kills by Kelsey Eskew, followed by 6 with Rachel McCracken. Our shining performance of the contest brought to you by Dr. Robert Patton, making the smiles of our athletes shine for more than 30 years. Proud to do just that. Your smile will shine as bright as tonight's shining performance of the contest. Dr. Robert Patton, a proud supporter of our athletes and their smiles. I'm going Jordan Bear with this tonight. 7 kills, 5 stuff blocks, was all over the place with her blocking game. Very good tonight. And then, of course, reliable performer brought to you by Reliable Plumbing. More than 2,000 athletes have been named reliable player of the game since 2005. Call Georgia at 522-5592. You can't go away from Sydney Merrill. 16 kills, 4 hitting errors. She had a stellar night. Great setting from Carly Christensen. Megan Woods. Akron goes to 7-0 on the season. We will see them on Saturday in the Akron tournament, Weldon Valley drops to 9-1. We'll have them Thursday. ColoradoPreps.tv when they take on Fleming. Should be about 6:30 for that. Thanks to Kimber for running the board back in the studio. Thanks to Shelby for handling things here at the gym in Weldona. It's a 3-set sweep for number 1 Akron over number 1 Weldon Valley. I'm Ben Blecka. This has been a big-time small-town media production.